What are the necessary ingredients to a successful business story, one that will attract and intrigue investors, and how are those ingredients positioned in order to maximize their persuasiveness? In this speech, Thomas Powell, entrepreneur, speaker, and author, examines the step-by-step buildup of a professional business presentation.
We invest because of our fear, because of our wants. We don't invest because of the intellect that says this is a good investment. Okay? It really is animal spirits. And in animal spirits, what it says is that we make decisions, all of us, even engineers, make decisions initially, intuitively, and then we support them with some facts and figures. And believe it or not, most of the facts and figures line up to match our intuition because we can end up finding what those are. Okay? And when we see something that's not in line with what we want to do, we generally discount it. So in doing your own business, you're going to have people that say, no, that's a bad idea. No, don't do that. How many of you had an idea and stopped because too many people told you it was a bad idea? This is the probability of investment. This should also be for your own money. Just because you have an idea doesn't mean that you should invest in your business. So in doing our quantitative analysis of why people invest in businesses, we look at basically two axes. You've got a confidence in the solution and the persuasiveness of the problem. And this is what we're going to talk about. Now, before I do this slide, I'm going to show you who in the world do you think are the best storytellers outside of politicians? As a global location, let's say. So Hollywood tells great stories. They can tell the exact same story that has been around essentially for the last, 4,000 or 5,000 years, right? The Odyssey. And they can tell that story over and over and over again, and they will make sometimes $1 billion on that film, telling the exact same story. This is where most entrepreneurs spend their entire time talking about the business, which is the good guy. They don't explain the bad guy. Okay? They don't explain necessarily what the problem is. And they forget about the happy ending because they're so excited about their solution that they forget to exchange it. Now, as an investor, what is a happy ending? There's one happy ending as an investor in a business. Okay? Now you can have some philanthropic reasons for investing in a business. That would be a different happy ending. But if the business is not profitable, even in a nonprofit environment, the Clintons were in the front page of the New York Times yesterday for their nonprofit. Right? If it's burning through capital and not producing results, that's not a happy ending, no matter how good it makes you feel to do it. So the bad guy is your problem. The good guy is the solution. The happy ending is the money. All right, bad guy, what's the problem? What is the precise pain you are solving? This is the most important part of the start of the recipe. If you don't put the right ingredients in, or if you put the ingredients in at the wrong time, it doesn't work. I don't care about the solution. I care about what you're solving. Okay? What's the quantifiable size of the problem? If you don't know that, why am I going to invest in your company? The solution. Exactly how does the solution work? Now again, I do not want a manual that looks like the car. I don't want that manual. I mean, in the car manual, they have the big thing that the mechanics use. Then they have a smaller one that they put in the car, and then they even have the cheat sheet. And then for people like me, they have the really short executive summary that says, push the button here, and if this light comes on, take it into your mechanic. Right? That's about it. That works for me. That's all that I need to know about the vehicle. Does it go fast? How does it handle? How's its safety record? All right, good. How does it make money? That's an important piece. If you've made your first sale, that is huge success. Huge success. And you may be asking for too little money. One of the key things that most entrepreneurs do is they ask for way too little up front. And they're valuing their company way too low. Your intellectual property, your time in the market, all that other stuff is hugely valuable. And if you have to go out for a second round, what you did in the first round sets the basis for the second round.